Right, an American Bosch hammer. This is the 11318 EVS. It's basically the same as a Bosch GSH5. Problem is, she's not hammering. She's running fine, she's just not kicking. Normally that'd be a full service strip down, but this one has obviously not done a lot of work. The American ones don't have a year stamp on them, but this is the old type badge, so I would say this is sometime around 2000, 2010. Not sure which, but she's obviously old enough but hasn't done an awful lot of work. So I actually know what's wrong with this one. The O-ring on the actual hammer is jammed at the very back and moulded into the tool holder. There's a couple of wee holes in the tool holder for the actual function of it. The O-ring is moulded to them holes and jammed up. So I would guess, I'm going to take a chance and say this doesn't need a service. It needs a new O-ring on that hammer. So one O-ring may get this sorted. I'm going to take a chance and only change the O-ring. Hopefully that'll get this running again. This doesn't work, it will be a full service kit needed. We'll see now what the grease is like. If that's not bad, we'll chance changing that O-ring on its own. There you go. Nothing wrong with that grease. That is fine. Hopefully that'll be alright. Chance this O-ring. Now, it's got to be messy because we're not emptying everything out, so try not to let this oil leak everywhere. Here is the tool holder. Piston still up on here. Just get some of the excess grease off. There is your hammer, way down in the back. Way down in there, look. See these holes here? These wee dimples? They're breathe holes for the tool holder itself. That is the O-ring for the hammer directly behind here. There we go. So because this has been lying for so long, that O-ring is moulded onto them holes and she's holding it in place. So as that machine's running, the piston's going back and forth. Piston will be going up and down inside of here, making compression. This should be sliding back and forth along with it, but she's just sitting stuck there, not moving, because that and wee holes have grabbed a hold of that O-ring. She's moved too far forward when she shouldn't be. So that is the problem. Now because we have it out, change that O-ring, that'll get hammered again. Because the piston's right there, we'll also change the piston O-ring to make sure she's got good compression. And that should be all we need. Now, if there's grease, had it been jet black or contaminated, it would have needed a full service. Because she's still pretty fresh, we should get away with just doing this. Not often you would get away with this, but on this occasion, this should work. That out as well. Hopefully that's the only two parts we need. Apart from a wee bit of grease or oil. Just hopefully two O-rings. You can see the difference. Them O-rings as well, they do swell up over time. That grease gets into them. As you can see, that one's got a flat spot as well. Definitely needs changed. Now this will not get you going most of the time. Most of the time when these machines stop, they do require a service and new oil seals and everything. This is just a one-off. Simply because it's been probably laying up for a few years. I poured some of this grease out so it shouldn't leak too much if I'm quick. Don't want to get onto the handle casing or to make a mess. There we go. Now, because I did pour some of this out, I got 40 ml back into this here hammer. Make sure she has sufficient oil in it. And this is an oil, it's not a grease. And there's a hammer only, no rotary, so it's a lot simpler on the inside. And you're best with a wee bit of blue Loctite on these screws, just to make sure they don't back off again. Otherwise you'll have an oily mess at some stage. Hopefully that should be all this hammer needs. looking good. There we go. One Bosch hammer, up and running again. She only needed 2 O-rings and a wee drink of oil. Sweet.